Then we'll be seeing what is Hadoop, what is HDFS and MapReduce. We'll be seeing few use cases of Hadoop. We'll be looking at Hadoop ecosystem, careers in Hadoop, and then all your questions will be taken at the end. Okay friends, so about Nixus technologies. Please all of you use your mic and speakers if in case you are not able to hear me. So Nixus Technologies is an emerging training institute where our mission is to provide guidance and training on latest evolving technologies. We'll be training you, will be providing you training on latest technology like Hadoop and big data. We have trainers with us who are having more than 15 years of professional experience and more than 4 years of training experience. Keeping in mind the importance of time for every person, we are providing online training so that you can learn, you can hear from any time and anywhere as per your convenience. Since last 1 year, Nixus Technologies have trained more than hundreds of aspirants in big data and Hadoop, and almost 100% satisfaction has been achieved. Our target is to make associates learn whatever they are looking for. And we have achieved more than 100% satisfaction in our target. So how Nexus Technologies is going to help you? We are your first step to move on the ladder of developing career and latest and hottest technology, big data. So if you're planning to move your career in latest technology, big data, your ladder starts with the first step of learning it. And Nexus Technologies is going to be your first step. You will be trained in latest big data tools and technologies so that you can confidently make a career shift into the world of Hadoop. Guys, our training sessions are more than 80% practical. And practical knowledge is only one which is required by the employers wherever you will be going. So you will gain most of the practical skills through our training. As I told you, we have experts who are more than 15 years of industry experience. So you will be able to learn from them. And we have come with a new award for all of you, Student of the Batch Award. It will be given to the best student of every batch, and as a gift he'll be honored with 20% of the fee which will be refunded to him. This Student of the Batch Award will be decided as per your performance during the complete session, during the complete training. Your assignments, your POCs, whatever project will be given to you, how active you are in the classes, how much you are reacting, and all those things. All these things will be deciding this award. So why you should choose Nixus Technologies? Firstly, it's very interactive training is being provided. You all can interact directly with the trainer during the sessions via chat or by online like this as we are doing right now. Individual attention is provided to all as our target is maximum of 8 to 10 students are taken per batch so that we can provide individual attention to all. As I told you, more than 80% of the sessions will be practical. So you will be gaining practical knowledge which will be required to move into the world of Hadoop. The trainer will assist you in resume and interview preparation. You will be provided regular assignments and workshops which will help you in better learning. And the most important feature of our class is You will be provided POCs and live project, which will give you a clear picture how to work in Hadoop and how you can move in Hadoop world. Here comes our Hadoop and Big Data Expert course. This course is basically for those who are looking to start their career in big data. It will cover all the fundamental knowledge starting from basics to hands-on in the Hadoop ecosystem. So you will learn complete Hadoop ecosystem. As you will be working on POCs and live project during the course, so you will come to know about the real environment of Hadoop. After this course, you will be able to take Cloudera certifications and you will be also prepared for interview in Hadoop. Our course details are, as I told you, it will be a live online instructor-led training. Our trainers are highly experienced in Hadoop as well as in real world and professional life. We'll be providing you complete environment of classroom learning while you can be at home. So you'll be having a complete feeling as if you are attending face-to-face classroom training. You'll be getting all those features of classroom training as you will be able to interact with instructor through voice, video or chat. The course duration is total of 36 teaching hours will be taken and it will be across 5 weeks. We are starting 2 batches currently. First batch is going to start from 5th May. It is from Monday to Friday. That is weekday batch. The due time will be from 9:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. IST. Daily there will be classes for 1.5 hours. Okay, so the course will last for 5 weeks. The fees will be 16,000 till 23rd April. We have launched one early bird offer for all those who register with us before 23rd April. For them, the fees will be 16,000 and post 23rd April, the fees will be 20,000. Okay, the second batch will be starting from 17th May. It will be only Sunday batch. Every Sunday you will have 4-hour sessions, which will cover all your training sessions. So guys, if you want to enroll in the course, you can just drop email to me and you can I'll share the account details with you and you can transfer the course fee. Fine, let's go through the program outline once, what all things we are going to cover. We are going to learn Hadoop introduction and HDFS, how you can set Hadoop on single node, on cluster, and we are also going to see cloud computing fundamentals. Then we'll be covering Hadoop cluster optimization plus HDFS workshop. We'll be learning fundamentals of MapReduce, which requires basic Java knowledge, and then we'll be taking MapReduce workshops as well. As I told you, most of our session will be practical based. So with every concept, there will be workshops covered. You will be learning advanced MapReduce concepts. Hive fundamentals and workshop will be there. Pig fundamentals and workshop will be there. Then you will come to know about HBase and NoSQL, Flume and Scoop. Also, you'll learn to know about the new version of Hadoop, which is Hadoop 2. Hadoop 2, Yarn, HDFS Federation, and name node. Then there will be POCs and project discussion. During the complete session, you can clear your doubts anytime whatever you have. You can also connect with the trainer post the session is completed. Whenever the trainer will be free, he'll reply and he'll answer your queries. So friends, we have our faculty with us who will be taking the 5th May batch. He is Mr. Anish P. Let me introduce Anish. Anish has over 15 years of experience in software development, of which he has spent the last 4 years as a big data architect. He is a very senior person who has about more than 15 years of experience. and he is currently heading big data engineering practice of one of the India's largest analytics company. Anish is expert in quite many areas, and few of his area of expertise includes Hadoop architecture, development and administration, real-time analytics, social media analytics, and big data strategy. Giving brief about his education, he has done BTech from IIT Bombay and MS from BITS Pilani in computer science. So we welcome you, Anish. Now, what are the important components of course delivery by Nixus Technologies? Friends, there will be online classes which will be taken through GTM. As you have connected today, in the same manner you will be connecting in all the sessions. GTM means go to meeting. The training will be highly interactive through voice and chat. You will be provided all the study material and regular assignments will be given to you which will help you in better learning. Guys, we have a new feature here. You can discuss with fellow batchmates and faculty on all your queries through discussion forum. Discussion forum is there on our website www.nixustechnologies.com. Once you will be registering for the course, you will be provided login details for it. You can log in through it and you can post your question. You can see others' questions. You can reply to their questions, and in all this manner you will come to know what are others' thoughts on the same. You can also get in touch with faculty post class for doubts. As I already told you, the trainer will be available directly to you. For Hadoop Lab, let me tell you one thing. You don't need any hardware, any extra hardware. You can download and install on your own computer using instructions provided by the trainer. And you can practice and use it anytime, even once the course ends. So there is no extra hardware required for learning Hadoop. What will be the end result of doing this course? As I told you, our target is to train candidates in big data or Hadoop. So after attending this training, you will become employable in big data or Hadoop industry. You will achieve that much experience, that much knowledge, that much practical knowledge, I should say, which will help you in clearing your interviews and in moving into the world of Hadoop and entering into the Hadoop industry world. You will gain practical skills which employers need rather than theoretical knowledge. As you will be working on POCs and live project during the course, so you can update your CV according to it, which will help you in entering Hadoop experience in your resume. So guys, I'll now hand over to Anish, and Anish will be taking further sessions and he'll be telling you what is big data, what is its usage in the current world, what are a few use cases of Hadoop, how you can start your career in Hadoop, and all those things he'll be clearing it. So over to Anish now. Welcome Anish.
Thanks, Radhika, for the introduction. Hey guys, can you hear me? Just a fast smiley if you can ping me. Okay, that's good. So guys, today we are talking about big data. What is big data and what is Hadoop? So today everybody, if you have done a little market research, today everybody is talking about big data and big data. Suddenly what happened in the market so that volume of the data has become that much huge? So we are going to talk about that. What's the job market about the big data? What's exactly the big data is? And what is the solution for the big data? So guys, let's talk few statistics about before that. Currently we are living in the world of big data. There is a data explosion. Just imagine, every year we create 2.5 quintillion bytes of data. That much, that 90% of the data in the world has been created in just last 2 years alone. Guys, you can imagine 90% of the data that is available in the world is created in the just last 2 years. So it means the data in this generation is not linear with time. It's exponential. It is exponential with time. It is increasing like anything. Data is growing at a 40% compound annual rate, reaching nearly 45 zettabytes by 2020. So guys, you can imagine the volume of data that is getting generated. So guys, what is the big data exactly is? Is it just huge volume? That is, it's just like I'm having 1 petabyte of data, that is a big data? No, there are several dimensions about the big data. The very first dimension is surely the volume. You will be having data in the range of terabytes to exabytes. That's called data in rest. You already have that particular data volume. The second dimension. So first dimension is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Let's talk about the second dimension, that is velocity. So guys, what do you mean by velocity? Velocity means as fast as the data is getting generated, at the same rate data should be processed, data should be consumed. Let me take one example. Say you are getting your say for example you are having this, take the example even ICICI Bank. Okay, they are having credit cards, so they are getting the data in real time when anybody is doing the credit card transaction. You can imagine how much time they will get to identify the fraud in that. Hardly it will take 10 seconds for us to finish the transaction of ICICI this credit card. So in that 10 second, I need to get the data to my analytics system, my data warehouse. Then I'll analyze that data and I'll send results back to that user. I'll block his transaction or I'll allow his transaction, depending on the pattern, right? So that's the velocity in real time. Say for example, if you have, let's take the example of recently I worked with one of the e-com. Let me take a simpler example to that. If I have purchased Amul butter in my cart, if I have, as soon as I have added Amul butter in my cart, in the real time I should show him the advertisement. Okay, if you buy Britannia butter, you will get 20% off. So before that I have done deal with Britannia butter. Okay, I decrease the price by 30%. I'll increase your revenue. I'll increase your sales by 50%. I'm sure you might have seen in the current e-commerce also, as soon as you select some product, you'll see some specific offer to you. So that's the velocity. Now, next thing is variety. Now, guys, data that is getting generated currently is just not in the structured form. Even currently in the world, 80% of data is unstructured that is getting generated today. So what are the format of the data? One is structured, semi-structured, and unstructured. So structure, you understand, rows and columns. Semi-structured is say for example XML also comes under semi-structure. Another example, like you have lots of values missing, so you can say data that looks like in a structured form but that can't directly fit into RDBMS. That's semi-structured data. Like JSON, that you need to first pre-process before loading it into RDBMS. And the third thing is unstructured, totally unstructured, like a paragraph, like the post to social media, your videos, images, all such things come under unstructured data. Now there is another fourth interesting parameter, interesting dimension, that is veracity. Data in doubt. What do you mean by that? There is uncertainty due to the data inconsistency. There are ambiguities, latencies. So we need to find out all such things during our pre-processing. We need to clear all such doubts about the data. Let's talk about few other statistics. So examples of big data generation: Walmart, 200 million weekly customer across 10,700 stores in 27 countries. 1.5 million customer transaction every hour Walmart is doing. excuse me. Guys, you can imagine the volume of data that they are generating. So do you know that in what format this they are generating the data? Say for example, from their point of sale, POS, if we purchase any product, as soon as we generate, they generate the bill. The data is not generated in structured format, that is rows and columns. The data is generated into XML format, and that huge XML again need to be processed, pre-processed, and then after that it can be loaded into your repositories, databases, data warehouses. We have one use case with us. After a few slides, I'll show you that use case. I have done a similar implementation for India, leading retailer in India. So 3 petabyte of data are stored in Walmart's Hadoop cluster. This is current statistics about that Hadoop cluster storage. Few other examples of the big data generation. So guys, you have heard about Facebook is having millions of customers. Then also Facebook is serving that much fast. What is the reason behind that? One of the major reason is big data and Hadoop. Facebook is having huge volume of data in its Hadoop cluster. So let's talk about few statistics. 4.5 billion Facebook likes every day. You can imagine 4.5 billion. 350 million photos uploaded on daily basis. 250 billion photos stored on by Facebook. 250 billion photos. 10 billion messages sent every day. 1 trillion posts in Facebook's graph search database. 500 terabyte of data processed daily. 100 petabyte of data stored in Facebook's Hadoop disk cluster. So guys, this 100 petabyte of data Hadoop Facebook has keep online in Hadoop and HBase. You might aware of your profile pic. That is, if you load Facebook, your profile pic loads very fastly, and rest photos, say for example others have shared some photos, that will take some time. Why so? Because your that profile pic is stored in Hadoop HBase. That's why it loads very fastly as compared to other pics. One last example about the big data generation. So one Boeing plane engine generates 20 terabyte of data for every hour of flying. 20 TB every hour of flying. Okay. How much data? Now question to you. How much data do all the flights in this world generate every year? So imagine they are 100,000 two engine flights daily. Anybody would like to answer this? The answer is 6,000 exabytes. Just imagine guys, 6,000 exabyte, the volume of data. By the way, 6,000 exabyte is 6 million petabytes. So till now we were needing, say for example, data was generated earlier also, but today we need to analyze the data to better understand the system, better understand the market, better understand this flights, their like navigation, their path, to to advanced level of analytics. We need all such data analysis to understand more closely. But if I talk about the earlier approaches, if I talk about the older than like 2010 or 2011, so we were having, means all such things will be there earlier also, like small data was there. Say for example, retail industry, they are all the requirements were fulfilled with RDBMS. They are having, for this storage they are having RDBMS, that is Oracle DB2 or MySQL, and for the unstructured data they use OS file system. For the processing, surely for RDBMS they use SQL queries, and for normal this OS file system they use custom framework, that is C++ framework, or for parsing they use Perl and Python. But there are huge problem with the conventional approaches. So all such problems I have listed with while interacting with one of my client. Limited storage capacity. Let me give you this problem exactly. When I visited TTSL, so they are getting huge volume of data generated, and their repositories can hold just last 6 months data. They have this issue, limited storage capacity. They can't hold last 2 years data, which is their business requirement. So they need to again and again archive the data, and when the requirement comes, they have secondary server on which they load the data again. The second problem, limited processing capacity. Again, let me take the example of TTS. Some of the report for them to generate takes 4 to 5 hours. 4 to 5 hours, guys. For that much time business need to wait. That's again a very big pain point. One of another very big issue with this processing, let me give you for India's retailer. They are getting 100 GB of invoices data in the form of XML every day. Every day 100 GB of data. At night 3 they are getting the data. And to process that data, they are taking 10 hours to process the data. Now you can imagine, guys, their business needs to wait for that much amount of time. I'll come to this use case in great detail in next few slides. But this is very big pain point. Means if I want the results as soon as possible, because I need to take decision as fast as possible. So what their business requirement, they want early alert at 7 a.m. So in just next 4 hours, they want the alert, final alert, and even their initial processing is taking 10 hours. There is no scalability. You can't scale your system. Whatever system you got, okay, just okay, you can add a few small hardware changes, that's it. Single point of failure, if your system goes down, you do not have anything for the backup. You need to make that system up. Sequential processing, you can't have true parallel processing in a single system if your system is working on a single machine. RDBMS can handle structured data, just the structured data. Guys, what about the unstructured data? They can't handle unstructured data. And currently, as we discussed, there are 80% of the data currently generated in the world is unstructured. And apart from that, it requires pre-processing of the data, and information is collected according to current business needs. So this last point again, I'll come to this. Now, guys, what is the solution? I'll come to all such problems, and what is the solution? How Hadoop and big data resolve these issues? So, what is the solution? Big data and Hadoop. What is Hadoop? So guys, all of you have heard about Hadoop. So currently Hadoop is as big buzzword as big data. And even Hadoop and big data both are being used synonymously because the power of Hadoop. It is an open source project from Apache Software Foundation. So guys, let's talk about each and every word. So guys, Hadoop doesn't come, by the way, in only open source way. It comes from enterprise and also like from EMC, Cloudera, IBM, MapR. They are selling it as an enterprise version. But the beauty of open source is that recently, in just 3 months ago, I got a requirement where functionality of Hadoop was not fulfilling my requirement. So what I did, I simply downloaded the source code of Hadoop. I changed according to my requirement and deployed it. That's it. That's the beauty of open source. It provides a software framework for distributing and running applications on cluster of servers. Hadoop doesn't work on a single machine. It works on cluster of servers. What do I mean by cluster of servers? Multiple machines connected together. Like say for example, I have got 100 machines. Both are connected via the network, Ethernet. So Hadoop works on parallelly on all the machines. It works in distributed manner. That's the main power of Hadoop. By the way, Hadoop was inspired by Google's MapReduce and Google file system. And when in early 2000s, even I should say mid 2000s, when Doug Cutting and his team was working on the Nutch search engine, they got the similar requirement of Hadoop. So Hadoop was just a sub project of Nutch, but due to its power, due to its processing capabilities, Hadoop has become the top level project. So guys, Hadoop is an open source framework that is written in Java, but it doesn't limit you that you need to code in just only Java. You can code in C, C++, Perl, Python, Groovy, Ruby also. But to have the lower level control, you should code in Java. It's recommended. It efficiently processes large volume of data on a cluster of commodity hardware. So guys, if I talk about TTSL example, they are having very huge monster system. If I give you the configuration of that system, it's 500 gigabyte RAM, 128 core processors. Just imagine the monster system, and it's very costly. It's very costly, as much as costly that this, if I purchase 100 system and if I add configuration of all the systems, that will be equal to this system, then also this system, this individual system will be 100 times more costlier than those 100 systems. This was they called from IBM on special request. But Hadoop doesn't require all such specialized hardware. It works pretty well on commodity hardware. What do you mean by commodity hardware? In a normal day-to-day system, like your 4-core i5 processor, that's sufficient to work on Hadoop. Even people have deployed this Hadoop on in production also in 4-core machines. Now, as I am talking about, Hadoop is deployed on cluster. It takes the advantage of cluster. It takes the advantage of parallel processing, distributed computing. So for our learning, for our all the things, is it necessary to have the cluster? No. Hadoop can be set up on a single machine, but real power of Hadoop comes with the cluster of machines, because it will work in distributed manner at that time. But if you install it on single machine, it can be scaled from single machine to the thousands of the nodes on the fly. By the way, guys, Hadoop consists of two key parts, that is Hadoop distributed file system and MapReduce. This is the typical architecture of Hadoop. There is one master, there is one secondary master called backup master, and n number of slaves. Slaves can span to thousands of the machines, thousands of the servers. So guys, just imagine when users submit a request, when users submit a algorithm, when users submit a work, master in turn submit the work to all the slaves wherever the data is available. So just imagine if I am having a 100 node cluster, so parallelly 100 machines are doing my work. So guys, it's like a single person building a home, rather than that if we give 100% working on home. You can imagine the speed. The same is this here in Hadoop also. So as the terminology clears, master slave. So guys, Hadoop works in a master slave fashion. Master doesn't do any work. Master keeps track of all the works, all the data and all the work. And on the slave, we have stored all the data and all the work also done by the slaves only. So let's talk about firstly HDFS. HDFS is highly fault tolerant, distributed, reliable and scalable file system for data storage. So guys, HDFS is not a general purpose file system. It's developed specific for the big data. HDFS stores multiple copy of data on a different nodes. A file is split up into blocks. What is the block size? 64 MB block size, guys. 64 MB block size, and stored across multiple machines. Hadoop cluster typically has a one name node and n number of data nodes to form HDFS cluster. So name node will be on your master and data nodes will be on your slave. So to explain this concept again, let's have this. So guys, I have got a very large file, very big file. So if I want to store my data inside Hadoop cluster, firstly I need to split my data. Block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4 and so on of 64 MB by default. And as soon as I run command to copy the here, so by the way, Hadoop framework will split this data into blocks, and then your data will be stored across machines. Let me run this animation again for you. So firstly your files will be splitted by the framework, by the Hadoop only. Then it will be stored across the different machines. Like you can see, first block is here, second block is on this slave, third block is on this slave, and fourth block on this slave. Okay. So guys, in this manner, your data will be stored distributedly across the machines, across the cluster. By the way, there is replication of the data is also available. That is, this block 1 will be available on some other slaves also. That will come to later. So that's about HDFS, how exactly your data is stored. Let's talk very quickly about the MapReduce as well. What is MapReduce? MapReduce is a programming model designed for processing large volume of data in parallel by dividing the work into set of independent tasks. So guys, you can imagine the MapReduce as little similar, little analogous to divide and conquer. Your work will be divided. If I go back to this slide, your work will be divided into task. Say for example, client has submitted a work. I am having 100 node cluster. So 100th of the work will be done by this, 100th will be done by this, and so on all these slaves parallelly. MapReduce is a paradigm for distributed processing of large data set over a cluster of nodes. So now guys, that's all about MapReduce, a very basic about MapReduce. Let me give you a very interesting concept of MapReduce. So we have seen that our data block has been stored here. Suppose, so for your just simplicity of this figure, I have shown just it on 4 machines. It will be stored, say we'll be having thousands of the block that will be stored on all the hundreds of the machines. So guys, when we submit the MapReduce job, let's go to again our architecture page. So guys, we submit the MapReduce job on our master. The job, the work that is typically called a job, that will be submitted on the master. Now Hadoop is having data locality principle with this. What do I mean by data locality principle? Instead of moving data, move computation to the data. So guys, in traditional system, if we see, whenever we submit any work, say for example any SQL query, and if your data is sitting somewhere else, I'm talking about traditional system. If I'm submitting on X system and data is on Y system, firstly your data move from Y system to X system. But such case is not there in Hadoop, because guys, we are talking the data that is in the range of petabytes. So a petabyte of data is stored on the sleeve. So moving of petabyte of the data over the network, surely not feasible. Guys, this is one of the most innovative principle of Hadoop. That's data locality. So user submit the MapReduce job to the master, and master in turn submit the MapReduce job to all these sleeves. How exactly it happens? Let me show you. So user has developed a MapReduce job. It submit the MapReduce job to the master. Master in turn submit the MapReduce job to all these slaves. So you can see wherever the data is available, my MapReduce job has been submitted there. Now my MapReduce job has went there and processed the data that is available on this slave. You can see some part of the data is here, some part here, some part here, some part here. So parallelly, independently, whatever data is available on the first slave, it will be processed here only. Whatever data is available on this third slave, it will be processed here only, and so on. So guys, that's very basic about Hadoop and HDFS and MapReduce. Now, why? As initially also I have asked about, why Hadoop and big data analysis? Why suddenly there is, everybody has started talking about big data and big data and big data. What happened suddenly in the industry? So guys, this the very major point for the same is huge competition in the market. Currently, everybody wants to understand, want to analyze about their customers. Like if I talk about the retail, they want to analyze their they want to do customer analytics. So guys, let me give you a few example of the customer analytics. Till now, means if I talk about late 2000s, late 2010s, I was capable of answering the question like what was my sale last 6 months, what was my sale last 10 years, last 5 years, last 2 years, last Diwali, last Christmas. But now I'm capable, analytics has reached to that level that I can answer what will be my sales next year, what will be my sales next Diwali, what will be my sales next Christmas. I can answer all such questions. So today retail industry is keen in finding about their customers behavior, what customers are thinking, what customers purchase, what is the pattern of their customers purchase pattern. So if I talk about, say for example, recently I've worked on a application called Market Basket, where our task was to make the customer more store more customer friendly. How we can do that? So guys, if a customer purchase a product A, I'm talking about a retail store like a big bazaar. So if customer purchase a product A and product B, what is the probability that he can purchase product C also? Like if he's purchasing say bread and butter, what's the probability that he will purchase milk also? So if the probability for the same is high, what I'll do, I'll put all three things together. Okay. So by the way, this was a quite a real miss. How I came to know about this, whether he will purchase the third or not, from historical data. From historical data, I have done the predictive analytics. Now, by introducing the same thing, by making the customer friendly store, the sales of one of the store, when we did the same operation there, the sales was increased by 25% for that particular month. We have got that figure from our client. So that's a very big achievement. Another example is the travel pattern of the customer. Say for example, wherever you are traveling. So guys, I'm using Android phone. Every day in the morning I'm getting a pop-up time to work. Every evening I'm getting the pop-up time to home. It is analyzing all my pattern, all my say where I'm traveling. Recently I traveled to Delhi. So the ticket I have done from my office and return ticket I have done from my home. So guys, in my office I keep getting the new advertisement for the return ticket, because it know my location, that I am here in Bangalore, and when I went to Delhi, he knows that I'll come to Bangalore back one day. So it was keep for next 7 days. I was getting the same. I'm sure many of you have seen such advertisements. Websites. So guys, today means if you know about Flipkart, it is selling a product in every 5 seconds. I think I'm having this data a little older. That's 6 months old. So tomorrow will be the world of e-commerce. Nobody will be going to the any shopping mall or any place to purchase any products. So now today everybody is firstly trying to open their own e-commerce, but they want to understand users navigation pattern, their interest and conversion. What do you mean by that? From where user is entering to my website? Say for example from Facebook they have entered. What was the entry page? Say he has entered on the Samsung mobile. What is his navigation pattern? Say for example from Samsung mobile S5 he went where? He went for say Xperia, he went for HTC, and what is his exit page? From the page he went out from my website. Whether his visit was converted or not, it means whether he purchased something or he just came and went. So how many of the customer are having a specific pattern went? Say for example, a customer are coming to S5, Galaxy S5 and they are leaving without purchase. How many of the customer they are coming from Facebook and they have purchased? All such analytics currently companies are doing. Apart from this, so there's just a basic about the market that people are doing. So there's a very big investment from a number of countries on sensors, satellite and geospatial data. So you might know about say earthquake sensor, this flood sensor and all such things. They are generating huge volume of data. Even say our satellite, they are capturing the pictures for our this environment and all. The individual picture size is in GBs. One picture size is in a GB. Just imagine. Apart from this, currently big data has been implemented in military and intelligence to better understand the currently movement of the terrestrial activity and all such things. So again, a very good use case for that. So guys, let's talk about one of the very interesting Hadoop use case that I have recently worked. So that the name of the application is RET application for a leading retail client in India. Client was getting 100 GB of invoices whatever you purchase, tickets, invoice tickets, but the data is coming in XML format. Guys, by the way, this XML is quite a standard data for all such type of purpose. Now what was the requirement? Invoice data need to be transformed into structured format, which involves validation, verification and complex business rules. They have their own infrastructure developed with them, that is developed in C and Perl. But time taken to process the data by this conventional technology is 10 hours. Guys, 10 hours in today's world is too big, and even on very, very big monster system. So they were getting this particular pain point, this particular issue for last 3 years. That means continuously this time taken by them was increasing. Okay, why that much time? Because their validation, verification, and even business rules, these three processes are very complex. They have more than 1,000 condition in each and every case. So an interesting story, when I visited to them, then their I talked with their VP. He told me that if you can make it to 50% from 10 hours to if you can make it 5 hours, that would be sufficient for us. So at that time I smiled and I told, okay, I'll try. And when I went back with my this particular result, that I have done it in 10 minutes, the mouth of VP remained open. 10 hours to 10 minutes, guys, this is really a very big achievement. 10 hours to 10 minutes. So initially he really didn't accept it. How this can be happen? Then I shown him the POC, that okay boss, this I have done and this is the final result. So guys, this is a really very big achievement, and that we have done on just a 10 node cluster. So wherever, in whichever use case, if you feel that okay, the volume of data is really large or the time taken to process the data is also large, then you can use Hadoop and big data. Few of other examples are: turn 12 terabytes of tweets created each day into improved product sentiment analysis. For example, I'm having my own Twitter page. Take the example of Disney, for which I have recently did this project. So guys, Disney is having huge Twitter followers. They are getting huge volume of data daily. So for example, at any point of time, if they have launched any service, any product, they pull the data from Twitter and then they analyze, okay, what maybe what's the user sentiment, whether the user sentiment is positive, negative, or what exactly they want to know about this. Means, say if the people sentiment is too much negative, they need to take very corrective measure in that. If it's positive, say 80% is positive, it's a big hit. Next use case is convert 350 billion annual meter reading to better predict the power consumption. Turn billions of customer complaint to analyze root cause of customer churn. So guys, if I talk about the telecom industry, I was talking with the telecom client for the same. So it's really very big pain point, that because today in India we have the this portability. You can switch the operator from one to another. So it's a very big issue. They wanted to know, okay, what was actually the root cause that these people have left us. Analyze customers searching buying pattern and show them the advertisement of the attractive offer in real time. So guys, you might have noticed whatever you are searching in the Google, you are getting the same advertisement in next 30 or 40 seconds only. If you search for just a mobile phone, the very next website you open, you're gonna see the Google advertisement there for the same mobile phone. Millions of credit card transactions done each day. Identified potential fraud in real time. Guys, this is really very big and very interesting problem. You can see millions of the credit card transactions are going, and I want to identify potential fraud in real time. As soon as he enter the detail, I want to know about his geographical location. I want to know about whether he is logging from his regular location or not, whether he is he doing his anything is fishy there in his work. If that's, I need to block his transaction. Otherwise, let him go the transaction. I have bold the last thing, that is 2012 US presidential election. Guys, 2012 US presidential election means the Obama has won the election just due to big data. You can do a little bit googling about the same. You're gonna get the same the complete picture about that. After giving every speech, Obama crawled the complete web. Like say time wise, say after 1 hour, after 2 hour, after 5 hour, after a day, after a week, what's people's sentiment about it, whether people are seeing positive, negative, or what. He crawled the complete web geographically also, say in New York, say in this say in India, say China, say in other countries. What people are talking about them in different states, whether people sentiment negative or positive, what's people, if negative, what people do not like. So accordingly he take the corrective measure in his next speech. So that's very brief about the use cases. Hadoop ecosystem. So guys, we have talked about HDFS and MapReduce, just only HDFS and MapReduce. Apart from HDFS and MapReduce, we are covering all the Hadoop ecosystem projects. So that involves surely the lower layer, that's HDFS, MapReduce, HBase, Hive, Pig, Scoop, Flume, and Uzi. So let me give you a brief about them. So as we have seen, HDFS is for the storage layer, MapReduce is for the computation layer and for the huge volume of data. HBase is a NoSQL database. What is NoSQL? Where SQL doesn't solve your query. At that place, NoSQL come into the picture, which doesn't understand SQL queries. So here, if you have billions of rows and you want the result in say a millisecond, there you use NoSQL. One more component, that is Hive. So in Hive, you write SQL query. Hive convert that SQL query into MapReduce job and submit to the cluster. If you do not come from the Java background, you can master Hive and you just submit SQL query. And if you are from scripting background, you can use Pig. So Pig also convert, so Pig's input will be a script. So Pig convert that script into MapReduce job. Now in the right side, this is Scoop and Flume is for the collection of the data. Scoop is for SQL to Hadoop. Scoop that collect the data from RDBMS to Hadoop. Flume is again a ETL tool that collect the data from n number of sources to Hadoop. Uzi is a workflow manager, which with the help of which you can create a workflow according to your requirements. Now guys, what's the future of Hadoop? Is Hadoop just a buzzword or there is some big thing in Hadoop? So guys, all the big players, if you take the name Facebook, Yahoo, Cloudera, IBM, GE, Intel, and many more have invested billions of dollars in the same. Because guys, it was developed by the guys, means Hadoop was developed by the top-notch talent in the industry. That's from Yahoo, Facebook, and all. Even since it was open source. By the way, guys, I have also written few modules of Hadoop. So Hadoop is that much big that in the next 10 to 20 years nobody come and replace it. Because guys, currently also there are lots of production is going on the top of Hadoop also. I have some figure. IDC predict big data market revenue will grow at 31% a year, reaching the $23 billion in 2016. Another recent IDC forecast suggests that the big data technology and services market will grow at 27% compound annual growth rate to reach 32 billion through 2017, which is 6 times the growth rate of overall information and communication technology. So guys, apart from this, if I talk about the careers in Hadoop and big data, so this is I got from Indeed that Hadoop and big data, this orange one is growing like anything. So currently, if I talk just only in US, there is a huge shortage of the talent of Hadoop. Even in India also, I have taken many interviews and didn't get the real good talent for that. So future of Hadoop will be, say, if today I say if you want 100 guys of Hadoop, you will hardly get 4-5 guys of Hadoop that are real, that know the practical aspect of Hadoop. But if I talk about Java and other technologies, if I need 100 guys, I can get 1000 guys very easily. Guys, there are several job roles in Hadoop. If I talk about Hadoop architect, so your experience level should be 5+ years, and the job function of the architect will be design, manage, and provide end-to-end big data solution to the client. And he should know. So guys, Hadoop architect course will be the combination of developer, admin, and analyst. So because he should know all the skills: HDFS, MapReduce, Hive, HBase, Pig, Scoop, Uzi, Flume, Java, Linux, everything he should know, NoSQL and all. If I talk about Hadoop developer, so his job function is to develop MapReduce job in Java. So his core functionality should be map reduce in Java. And apart from this, he should have the knowledge of basic about all such things. His experience level comes under 0 to 5 years of experience. Even freshers are being hired for Hadoop who are trained in Hadoop. The another job role is Hadoop admin. So guys, it is for who are having from admin background, who is having Linux and networking knowledge. So his responsibility will be manage Hadoop cluster and databases. So he manage, maintain and monitor the complete cluster. So guys, the admin role is also quite interesting because he maintain the cluster, that is say 1000 node cluster. And another role is Hadoop analyst. So Hadoop analyst is core functionality is Hive. He should know SQL query. So he analyzes large amount of data and bring it out inside. His experience level come under 0 to 5 years of experience. Learn Hadoop. So guys, learn Hadoop is the future. If you do a little bit market research, if you go on any forum, Forbes or IDC or any forum, you can see, okay, there is huge requirement, and there is boom, and even boom is also coming. One bigger boom than current is also coming. Start now before it's too late. Join us and grow your career. So guys, after attending this training, actually my objective for the training is to build the practical concepts, practical knowledge, to develop practical knowledge in you, so that you will be prepared for a person to enter directly into the industry. You will be industry ready, big data industry ready. So we're gonna deal with several POCs, around 4 to 5 POC we are going to deal, a real life project, and we will be having around 20 to 25 workshops. So all the things will be totally practical. Apart from initial few this PPTs, then we're gonna deal with practical things. That's it, guys. So if you have any queries, you can post, you can ping me. So Radhika and me will resolve your queries. So in the real session, you can surely speak. You'll be unmuted. So guys, currently I'm getting some background disturbance. If you can ping rather than speak, just for today's session. What is for DBA in Hadoop? Okay, let me go to the job role. So for the DBA, you will become under Hadoop admin plus analyst. So Hadoop, mainly Hadoop admin, you will be there. So the same as means whatever DBA functionality, whatever functionality you do as a DBA, you do as a Hadoop admin who manages Hadoop cluster, like its sizing, its like all the decisions, maintenance, monitoring, and apart from this, you will be responsible for Hadoop analyst also. So for a DBA person, I recommend for admin plus analyst course. So they are means the current batch that is starting will be the architect batch, that is architect come developer, developer come architect even I should say, that will be having the basic knowledge of admin analyst. Another batch will become for that admin plus analyst, so that you will be having the knowledge of both of the things. Does the 80% of the practical training count as experience when looking for a job? Yes, Rajesh, it's for that only. So 80% of the practical training will be like you will be trained, so that you'll be there. We're gonna show you what exactly you will gonna do in your day-to-day life after becoming say Hadoop developer. We are going to do the same. Good question. Is it mandatory to know Java? So guys, for Hadoop developer, yes, for Hadoop developer. So the basic knowledge of Java is required, but don't worry, we're gonna help you in that. So we're gonna help you for essential for Java, that is essential for Hadoop. We're gonna provide you. This is a complimentary training. Apart from developer, if you talk about the Hadoop admin, there is no need of Java knowledge, and for architect also no need of Java knowledge. So just for Hadoop developer, you need the basic knowledge of Java. Like the session very much. Thank you. Will Anish be taking complete course? Yes, guys, I'll be taking the complete course. Certification in Hadoop all types. Yeah, Himanshu, good question. Certification. So guys, you will be trained to a level where you can go for the Cloudera certification. You can crack the Cloudera certification very easily. Let me give you the complete picture of the current industry. So there are lots of certification provider in the industry, like which comes from Yahoo, IBM, that is Hortonworks, yeah, IBM, Mapr and all. So, but the in the industry, the most valued certification is from Cloudera. So I recommend you after the training. So for the freshers like who are having 0 to 5 years of experience, they should go for the Cloudera certification. So all the preparation of the certification will be done during the training only. Rajesh is asking, Radhika talked about 100% satisfaction earlier. What is mean 100% satisfaction? Do you find job for them? Rajesh, actually we are not job consultancy, job provider consultancy. Actually 100% satisfaction means for the person, for the task, for your requirement for the which you come for the training, your the goal was achieved 100%. We have got very good response from the guys who have attended this. So don't worry about the job. Frankly speaking, means I'm also currently, means if I talk about my industry, my company, I'm also hiring. So I want, means everybody, don't take my example, even everybody is want the good talent who knows the practical about Hadoop. So you will be trained to a level from which you can easily find a job, easily find a job. Even at least in the current industry, means if, each and every people are hunting like anything. How to enroll for it? How would I like to register for the developer course? So guys, you can drop mail to Radhika. She will help you in enrolling for the same. She will give you the complete detail about this, and you can transfer the amount and you can enroll for this. Is there any screen to get feel of how batteries Hadoop in compared to big machines like Oracle, Exadata? Uh, okay. So Rashikar, how Hadoop and this Hadoop is much better than Oracle in this? Let me give you the example, means the use cases that I have shared with you. That Hadoop was taking just 10 minutes, and your normal technologies, even if I take about the conventional technology C++, they are taking 10 hours to process the data. If I talk about the TTSL example, they are taking 5 hours to process the data to generate the report. With Hadoop, we got the same report generated in 3 minutes. So that's the power of Hadoop and big data. Thanks. This has been excellent presentation. Thank you, Rajesh. Any other queries, guys? Himanshu, I'm working. Okay. I am working as DB architect, 12 years of experience looking for this new technology since it's emerging. How can it be an add to my career? Himanshu, it would be really a very good to addition in your career. Let me give you my example only. So when I was having 12 years of experience, then I entered into big data industry. So after that, after last 4 years, I'm working on this as an architect. So you will be working as a architect. You means in a instead of DB architect, you will become big data architect. You will be solving end-to-end problems of your client. So there you're gonna propose end-to-end solution, design, manage, and all those things. And you won't be involved in any of the Java coding or any other thing. You might know that means at this level, at this stage of life, you won't need to code. So it would be really a very good value addition. And even currently people want as an architect, for the architect level, industry want the guys like you who's having huge experience, who has seen all the phases in the industry, and now they should have around some 6 month, 8 month, 1 year experience in big data. So after attending this training, you will be having that much experience, means you will be trained to that level. So a very golden opportunity, even I should say, for you. Now we are in the end of April. How is the opportunity to back the job, and how much time one need to invest to get a confidence level? So Rashikar, a good question. So after attending the training, after you finish the training, I recommend for you to go for the Cloudera certification. It will take hardly miss I'll guide you for that as well. Then just add the same thing in your LinkedIn and your Monster, Naukri and all profile. That would be sufficient. Means just finish. So guys, frankly speaking, finish all the assignments. That would be more than sufficient for you to enter into the job industry. So currently also lots of companies are hiring. Many companies are hiring for big data and Hadoop, and for all the experience level. For 0 to I have recently seen for 7 to 8 clients are hiring for 0 to 8 years experience, and for the architect level they are 8+ years of experience people are hiring. So for the big data means fortunately unfortunately means since the talent is very low, everybody is hiring today also, means at any point of time in the year. If the class time clash with my job duty, is there any other way to catch up with the yeah Rajesh, if you miss any of the session, they are parallelly many batches are running, so you will be put in that particular batch. You won't miss anything, it's our responsibility. So for that particular session you can attend in any of the batch. Any other question guys? Himanshu is asked, what about the small players? Are they interested in this technology? Yes, Himanshu. Means just due to this economic reason that I have given to you, that you do not need any specialized hardware. You do not need any investment to start with Hadoop. So if I give you the example, I am having one figure. I think 6 months old figure. So during that period, 107 startup for the big data has started in Silicon Valley, just in Silicon Valley in those 30 days. 107 startup, you can imagine. So if I take any of the industry name, any of the company name, all the people have started working on the big data, as big data is the future. If you take the name of big player like TCS, Infosys and all, even to mid players like, say, take any name like Impetus, like your Persistent, like any of the company, even for the startups also. So they are almost all the companies for the service, especially for the service providers, they have started for this. Consultancies, they have started for this. Rajshekhar is asking, do we get up to some desired level of confidence in terms of experience if we successfully complete training assignments? Rajshekhar, a good question. After finishing all such things, you will be having confidence that you can add up to 1 year of experience in your profile. It's my guarantee. Up to 1 year of experience in your profile, you can imagine that you will be at what level. So you can easily crack the interviews, you can easily enter into big data field. And is there any facility? No, Rajshekhar, currently not. We are doing some tie-ups with the consultancies, but still it will take some time. So we will guide you for the openings, because I myself is having, means even two other trainers also having the part of the recruitment panel. So we know all the things about this recruitment and about the job posting and all such things. So I can surely share this currently the jobs and all such things, but not the typical placement. Is there a particular vertical you focus on during the training? Rajesh, vertical, it means, are you talking about the industry vertical, that is healthcare and all? Yes. So not really any specific vertical we are going to focus. It will be neutral to verticals. So because Hadoop, if we talk about Hadoop has been deployed, Hadoop has been accepted across this your verticals. That is, recently one of my friend was working in healthcare. So let me give you, even that is again an interesting case. So when the person does this cancer examination, so the data of those examination has been converted into bytes machine understandable language, and to process the such data. So they are getting one image, that image size is 600 GB, and they want to do a number of analysis. So currently the cancer therapy is that after getting the report, your this doctor tries different therapies on you. Say for example, person X has got this issue, and he will got firstly the therapy one according to doctor's judgment, but these therapies are really very problematic, very painful. So to better understand the therapy, this is the recent project started by one of my friend's company. I can't disclose the name right now. So they have started the same, and your this particular project will find out the best possible therapy for the same. And apart from that, I myself has deployed the this big data solution in bank, in this telecom industry, and in retail industry. Sound great. I'm having Rashikar. I'm having 14 years of DB experience, and how much is expected Hadoop experience in Hadoop to get fit into Hadoop architect? Rashikar here at a very good level, as as I have answered to another guy also. He was having 12 years of experience. So I have entered into little early, that is 12 years of experience in Java, that I have entered into this. So you are having 14 years of experience, a good experience. You can easily enter into big data and Hadoop, a golden opportunity for you. Means currently, let me give you the case internally what we are talking about currently. So guys, to start up with the new clients, to start the new projects, to start the new R&D, we need the leadership. We need guys in the leadership family who is having around 12 plus years of experience, 12, 15, 20 years of experience. So for that, the guys are required who should have seen the complete industry, all the phases of the industry, who should be there in the industry for around 12 to 15 years of experience in the industry. So after attending this, you surely will be the best fit for this Hadoop architect position. And Hadoop architect position is, guys, frankly speaking, is one of the very good position where you just directly need to interact with the clients. You need to interact with your team, assign work to them, implement end-to-end solution architectures and all these things. So by the way, during our sessions, I'm going to give you lots of real use cases, the solutions that I have proposed to my clients, like to the telecom operator, to retailer also. Or to push myself as an Hadoop architect, or is it better to get into Hadoop admin plus Hadoop analyst for a year and then Hadoop architect? Need your guidance based on your industry experience and requirement exploration. No, Rajshekhar at this point of time is having 14 years of experience in the industry. You do not need to enter into Hadoop admin or analyst. You can directly go for Hadoop architect. That's means at this level you won't be need to work as an this like admin or as an analyst or as a developer. Just attend this means after getting the practical aspect, practical knowledge, you will be industry ready. You can directly enter into this job. Thanks, Rashika. Thanks, Rajesh. Guys, any other questions? Any doubts? Okay. So guys, now let's over to Radhika to wrap up the session.
Thanks guys for attending the session. I hope all your queries and issues are resolved. If in case you feel any more queries, you can drop a mail to me. I'll directly revert on your mail. My email ID is I'm just pinging you all. So to register for this course, you can drop a mail to me and I'll share further details with you. As I told you, till 23rd we have early bird offer. So the fee will be only 16K. You can go through our website Nixus Technology, www.nixustechnologies.com, and you can find further details there. I hope the session was interactive and understood by all. It might have helped you what you aimed for. Okay, fine guys. Thank you all. Thanks very much.